Okay, so now we'll solve a small problem. I'm solving the same problem that is already in your notes. Okay, so now this is a truss given, so A, B, C. So at A there is a hinge support, at C there is a roller support. The total length from A to C is 5 meter and B to A is 1.25 meter. Now first the question is to determine all the forces in the members. Determine all the forces in the members. So that is the force in AB, the force in BC and the force in AC. So the first step is finding out the reactions. First step is to find out the reaction using summation H equal to 0, summation V equal to 0 and moment about any point equal to 0. Moment about any point equal to 0. Now first I will use the condition summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. Okay, so before starting let me tell you, so here we are using the method of joints. So this can be applied only to the perfect truss. This method can be applied only to the perfect truss. That means the equation has to satisfy m is equal to 2j minus 3. So here m is equal to 2 into j minus 3. M is equal to how much? 1, 2, 3. So 3 is equal to 2 into 3 minus 3. That means 3 is equal to 3. The equation satisfies. This is the perfect truss. Okay. So now we'll use the first condition summation H equal to 0. Summation H equal to 0. That means there are no horizontal forces. That means so HA is equal to 0. Why? Because we know that at now this is the given truss. Let's see here. Now this is the given truss, right? Now at A there is a hinge support. So at hinge support we have one vertical reaction, we'll call this as VA, one horizontal reaction, we'll call this as HA. At C roller support, so at roller support we have only one vertical reaction, we call this as VC. Okay, so now summation H equal to 0, so HA is equal to 0 because there are no horizontal forces. Second condition, summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. You can see here plus VA plus VC because they are acting vertically upwards, minus 10, right? So VA plus VC is equal to 10, right? And the third condition, moment about any point equal to 0, I will consider moment about point A. So moment about point A equal to 0. So now you can see here VC into the length is how much? The length is 5 meters. Okay, so VC into 5. This is anti-clockwise, right? So we'll use minus sign. Minus VC into 5. Then we'll use this force, that is 10. So 10 force into perpendicular distance. So 10 into 1.25 and that is clockwise. So plus 10 into 1.25, that is equal to 0. So from this equation we can see VC is equal to 10 into 1.25 divided by 5, that is 2.5 kilonewton, and from this equation we can write VA is equal to 7.5 kilonewton. Now this is the first step, that is the general step. This is called the general step, right? This is the first step. Now I will go for step 2. Step 2. That means here I need to consider the joint with least number of unknowns, okay, or with least number of members. Okay, now so I will consider joint A. Okay, you can also consider joint C. Okay, now what I will do, I will consider joint A. You can also consider joint C. Okay, because HA is known, HA is 0. Here VA is there, here VC is there, which are unknowns. So only two unknowns here. So what I will do, I will consider joint A. I will consider joint A. Okay, what I have told, at first we need to consider all the forces as tension forces. So let this be your joint A. Draw the coordinate system here. Okay, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Now from joint A, force AC, we'll consider FAC, Because what I have told you, at first we have to consider all the forces as tension forces. Tension forces means acting away from the joint. So this is A, so this is FAC. Similarly, FAB, so this is FAB, angle of inclination is 60 degree with horizontal. HA is 0, no need to consider. So VA acting vertically upwards. So this is VA acting vertically upwards. Okay, now this is FAB and that is 60 degree. So if you redraw this, okay, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Now this is FAC, okay, so this is VA acting vertically upwards. Now FAB can be resolved into two forces. So this is horizontal component, this is FAB cos 60 and this is FAB sin 60. FAB cos 60 and FAB sin 60. Now we have to use the condition summation h equal to 0 and summation v equal to 0. So first I will use summation v equal to 0. So VA acting vertically upwards, so plus VA. FAB acting vertically upwards, so here you can see here FAB is acting vertically upwards, so plus FAB sin 60, that's equal to 0. So from this equation FAB is equal to minus VA divided by sin 60. So minus VA is minus 7.5 divided by sin 60, that is minus 8.66. So we got the answer minus 8.66. So this indicates FAB is 8.66 compression force. FAB is 8.66 compression force. Similarly, we'll use summation h is equal to 0. So you can see here FAC is acting in the positive x-axis, so plus FAC plus FAB cos 60, both are acting in the first quadrant or positive x-axis, that's equal to 0. Now from this equation FAC is equal to what? FAC is equal to minus FAB cos 60. So FAC is equal to minus, FAB is how much? FAB is minus 8.66 cos 60. So FAC is equal to minus to minus is plus 8.66 cos 60 is 4.33. This is plus 4.33, plus sign indicates the tension force. Plus sign indicates the tension force. Now we have considered joint A. Now we found the force in FAB and FAC. We have found the force in FAB and FAC. Only the remaining member is FBC. So to find FBC, we can consider joint C or we can consider joint B. I will consider joint C. Okay. So now at joint C, VC acting vertically upwards, we'll call this as VC. Now this is FAC or FCA, sorry, FBC or FCB, right? So this is FCB, right? This is FCB, angle is 30 degree, okay? Angle is 30 degree. So I have already told you, when you consider a joint, we need to consider each member as tension forces. So this is a tension force acting away from the joint. Now FBC, so this is FBC acting away from the joint. Okay, now we use the condition. First summation h equal to 0. That means minus FBC, because FBC acting along negative x-axis and FCB acting in second quadrant. So minus, so this is FAC. I'm really sorry. This is FAC. So minus FAC minus FCB or FBC, and this is cos 30 is equal to 0. Now from this condition, minus FCB cos 30 is equal to plus FAC. So FCB is equal to minus FAC divided by cos 30. FCB is equal to, I will find the answer. So FAC is how much? FAC is 4.33 tension, sorry. Here you can see FAC is 4.33 tension force. So this is 4.33 divided by cos 30. This is 4.999, that is 5. So minus 5 we got. So minus 5 kilonewton. So FCB is 5 kilonewton compression force. 5 kilonewton compression force. Now we can prepare a table here. First we'll write member force nature. Member is AB, BC, CA. AB. What's the value of AB we got? AB we have got it as 8.66 compression. So 8.66 compression. BC or CB we got it as 5. So 5 compression, and AC or CA we got it as 4.33 tension. So this is 4.33 tension. Okay, this completes the problem.